right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, folks. Happy Thursdays. Solo Mode Thursdays. That's what we call them here. It's not really what we call them here, but that's what happens. We play solo mode games on Thursday. I do, and you can come along for the ride. David Brownlee is here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Taking another study break. Make it good. I will do my best, kind sir. Tom is here. Welcome, welcome. Luke Shires is here. And Philip Zomberg is here. Welcome, everyone. Travis Hooper. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, man. Long time no see. So, don't forget, take your top chat and turn it into live chat. I don't know why it defaults to top chat, but it does, so you have to change it. And with that, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. So what we are doing today is we are playing this little fellow right here, Thorgal, the board game. Now, this is based on, you guys were already kind of chatting about this a little bit in the comments before we started. This is a board game that is based on a comic book series back in the 70s. All right, so it is an older IP, but it is an IP, and you can do that. It is Norse mythology. If you go to Board Game Geek, it says that it says player take on the roles of Thorgal, his wife, Aricia, and their son Yolan, and Chris, a deadly female warrior, and go on a series of adventures. The game consists of 7 standalone scenarios, la 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 la. Trying to find a little bit more about the, not sure. Go on adventures in the mystic world of Norse mythology. So, a couple of things is that it comes with 7 scenarios, but this is not a campaign game. So they are 7 standalone scenarios, 7 standalone games that you can play, and each of them have their own flavor and gist and all of that kind of stuff. Each scenario gives you something that you have to do. Something that will make you lose the game, a couple of different things that will make you lose the game. One basic, and that is if one of your characters dies, that's it, you're done. But then the scenario also gives you another lose condition along with the win condition. So there is that. But generally speaking, it has so far has a 7.8 rating on the Geek, which not bad. It's ranked 72, 73 overall. I don't see how many people have rated it yet, though. So let me see if I can show that. Well, there's 28 pages. 28 pages set up. Number of rankings, 169. So 7.75 specifically, rounds up to 7.8. And there is a standard deviation in all of those rankings of 1.89. So you're looking at, most of them. I'm looking at the ratings breakdown here, and there are 19 sevens, there are 70 8s, 36 9s, and 20 10s. And then the rest are 6 and below. There are 5 1s, 1 2, 3 3s, 3 4s, 6 5s, and 6 6s. So the lion's share of the ratings have been 7 or higher. But some people here, Thorgal is a favorite comic in the teens. Portal did a great job. Lots of love. So that person rated it a 9. Someone from Poland rated it a 4. I can't read it because it's in Polish. So there's looks like it's been widely recepted well. The weight is a 3.2 out of 5. So is cool. I'm looking forward to it, and you know, Norse mythology, surprise, surprise. So you rub your eyes. Exactly. Did you know about it before the game came out? I had heard about it, not before it was, of course, you know, there's no precognition. I didn't know about it was before it was talked about, but before it was released, yes, I was interested in it. I saw it being advertised at, I want to say it was either Gen Con. It was probably Gen Con a couple of years ago, and I was like, ooh, comic book IP, Norse mythology, sign me up, y'all. So I was very much looking forward to it. I was kind of bummed because I wasn't able to get a hold of it. I believe it released to, you know, to the general public at Essen this year. Wasn't able to be at Essen. Bah! You know, and then Ignacy reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to get a copy of this and you know, do a review of it? I was like, yes, please. I will love to do that. So, oh, did you know about the comic books before it came out? No, I did not, because it seems, I don't know for sure, but it seems like, I don't know how well, you know, how widely it was released here in the States. I'm about to look it up, though, because I'm just curious. Thorgal comic book, U.S. Yeah, I mean, I guess... there was also a card game, if that's anything, but wow, holy cow! I found on Etsy there is a lot of Thorgal volumes 0 to 24. That's selling for $353. Ring-bound set of 18 volumes, $67. So, yeah, interesting. No, I've never heard of them before, but I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, it has that feeling, like the artwork and what you're trying to do so far, from what I've been able to read without having to spoil anything in the Book of Tales. It feels like a Conan, but like Viking version of Conan. So if Conan was a Viking, that's what it feels like to me. That's kind of what it evokes, so to speak. Matthew Vincent is here. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, so I've watched the How to Play video a couple of times. I've read through the rule book. I'm not relying on my reading through the rule book, however, because too much information and it starts to seep. But I'm going to do the best I possibly can in showing you how to play this game. I am not going to... This is not going to be a how to play, so please don't do that. Portal Games has a great how to play video that is on their website that you can go ahead and get and go watch, which is probably going to be much more succinct than anything I would be able to put together here. But generally speaking, I'll give you an idea of how everything works, and then we'll just kind of jump right into it because that's pretty much what we're doing. Stefan is here. What's up, buddy? Ryan is here. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you guys here. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. All right, so this is the setup, okay? So again, you have the board that is out here, which is basically the scenario board, and it is a book. So this is like a spiral-bound book that you're going to, you know, when you're done with this one, you flip the page and it's the next one that's out there. Just to kind of give you an idea of the layout, what everything's going on. Here are the two players. I'm going to be using Chris of Valnor and Thorgal Agerson. This is the action row. So these are all of the actions that I have available to me. You can only have 4 actions every turn, which is what these action discs are for. This is the activated side, and that's the deactivated side. The scenario says that we can start in any area 1. So I'm going to have Chris start over here in this area 1, and I'm going to have Thorgal start over here in that area 1. These little chips right here are bad guys that I have to go fight for one reason or another, over here and over here. The goal, which is noted right over here on the scenario card, says complete any of the following goals. So the first thing that I have to do is, or that I have to try to do, is assign, start an uprising. So starting right here with the rebels, I need to assign more of these blue things here, these little blue things, that I have to assign more here than bad guys that are here and here. So there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bad guys on these 2 B spots. So in order to win the game, one of the ways I can win the game is have 9 or more, because it says more to this than on all B combined. And then we would read 3 out of the Book of Tales, the third part of the Book of Tales. So that's one way that we can win. Another way that we can win has to do with this little marker right here. And if we can move this marker to the leftmost space over here that has the 7 on it, then we will read entry 7, and that will be another way that we can win. The way that we can lose, I already explained it to you, is if one of our characters dies. That's it. We have to start over. The other way that we can lose is if this thing gets all the way over here to the 16. That's another way that it can that we can lose. But generally speaking, we're supposed to be going around and doing different things, gathering different kinds of resources, fighting some of these bad guys. As we go through some of this stuff, places like this is going to have us read entries, and that's going to be like the overarching story. This is going to be, read that and then get this. Sometimes you'll be able to upgrade some of your action cards with things like this. This will allow you to remove some of the bad guys, possibly. So it looks like an interesting thing. There are a couple of pretty unique situations that are here. One of them involves the actions that you're going to take, which are here. And then the other one is how you're going to do, first of all, combat and how you take wounds. But combat and wounds is very similar also to journeying, so we'll see a little bit of similarity there. But it's pretty neat so far. I've enjoyed learning about the game. I'll put it that way. We'll have to see how playing it goes. All right, so first things first. The game is divided into 2 phases. There's an actions phase where we will have 4 tokens, 4 action tokens between the 2 of us to choose what we're going to be doing on these different actions. So, and then once we've done all of those things, we go to an events phase where we're going to choose one of the top 2 cards from over here, turn it over, read it, and so forth and so on. And then this little round marker will click over. So another way that we could potentially lose the game is if we haven't lost or won by the end of the 9th round, then we'll also lose the game as well. So I guess there's 3 ways to lose and only 1 way to, 2 ways to win. All right, so the different actions that are involved here, you have movement, you have, I can't remember the names of the, here we go. All right, so we have movement, we have journeying, we have gathering, or collecting rather, and then we have assigning, which is this brown arrow here, and then we have crafting, which is this like anvil, hammer and anvil, and then we have combat over here as well. All right, so those are the different actions that you can take. So when you want to take an action, you have to simply place your token. It says below it, but I'm low on room here, so I'm just going to place it on the action. And then you get to do that action, whatever it says. So, for example, if I was to use the movement action, I would have to place one of my tokens on there. And it allows you to move whatever number of spaces this is. The board is split up into different areas. As you can see here, you have green dotted lines, which can be crossed. You have a black line, which cannot be crossed. It's impassable. So the only way for me to get over here basically would be to go here, here, and then over here. For me to get up here, I would have to go here, here, and then over here, because you can't pass these lines. Now, another thing to take into account during movement is these places are marked with 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. That denotes the round that it must be in order for you to be able to move into that area. So I can't move to this area up here until it is round 2. I can't move to this area up here until it's round 3, or this area until it's round 4, and so forth and so on. I can't move here until it's round 2. So we can start on any level 1 area, which is because it's round 1. So that's basically what's up top. In the middle, you have an adjacent thing that you can do if you're taking this action. Also, some of the cards will have text in here. So if I'm going to be moving, I'm going to gain a wound, which means I'm going to take one of these tokens, so forth and so on. When I take a wound, when I take a wound, I have to look to see how many I have, and then I'm going to have to add that size wound token to my wound space over here on my board, and that's one of the ways that you can die. If you have to place a wound token in here and you can't fit it inside your area, then you're dead. So that's what that does. So I would be able to move one and I would gain a wound. Now, if this one says that if there are exactly one action token on this action, then I'd also get to do this. This is the craft action, and the craft action is just basically where we're going to be able to pick up different items that will be able to be used throughout the course of the game, depending upon what kind of action that you're using. So if I were to do a move action right now, I would be able to also take an item card of my choice. All right. Now, if I'm doing the action of crafting, then I'm going to be able to take a number of item cards that are equal to this number here. You'll see that it's 0. So that doesn't do me any good, but if I have already chosen to do one or two of these other actions over here, this tells me that for every one of these tokens that are to the left of this card, I get +1. So if I did those two actions first and then I did the craft action, I would be able to get two item cards over there using this action. Okay? The journey card allows you to let's see. It allows you to place tokens on here, but I'm trying to determine... Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay. Somebody's at the door. Who is at the door? Who is at the door? That's UPS. All right. It'll be okay. Let me go to... Oh, you be quiet. And she left. So, all right. I apologize, people. I will be right back. Listen to music for a second. Okay, sorry about that. I have to listen carefully every time he says craft because I hear something else. No. Bob Rock is here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I apologize for that. I had to sign for something that was being sent from internationally, so I apologize. I gotta turn my... There we go. Hopefully, that will be the last interruption. My apologies, people. Jeez Louise. All right, here we go. Back down to the table. And, all right. So, craft is this action right here. Over here we have journeying. And whenever we journey, we're going to be able to look at wherever our little green token is, and we'll be able to add one or the other journey tile onto the journey track that's here. Now the journey track, whenever you place something on here, you're going to place it on the card here, and you're going to be able to, whenever you place a new tile onto it, it has to be on the rightmost piece that's been placed, and it has to be adjacent. So a couple of things here. If you cover up yellow spots, then you have to come here and do whatever the yellow thing is. If you cover a red spot, you have to do that. And then basically what you would have to do, if I covered a red spot, I'd have to roll a die, and that's the kind of wound I would take on my actual character. Additionally, you can cover up some of these other resource spaces. If you cover up a space that looks like this, then it's going to be the area that you're in. You're going to be able to take one of those resources. If you cover up this, then you'll be able to take a scroll, or this, you get to take one of the magic fire, or whatever it might be. Here is you're going to basically flip over a discovery card, and you get whatever it gives you. So there's a number of different things here. If you pass this center column here that has the little green symbol, this symbol right here, that means you get to flip over another card. And then on the new card, you look up here in the corner, and that's a reward that you get for furthering your journey. So that's what the green journey action allows you to do. We have mentioned the collect action. The collect action just lets you take one of these little tokens right here and place it on one of the squares of a current, well, actually on any journey card, but I would probably put it on the current or a past one, because it allows you to kind of go back and pick up some things that you weren't able to pick up otherwise. So I could go down here and pick that up, and if I'm here, I'd get that, or if it was her, I'd get that. So that's what that allows you to do. And you'll see also that if I had placed this here and then done this one, then I would be able to place not just one, but because I placed another one here, I'd be able to get a +1, so I'd actually be able to place out 2 of these tokens on a journey card as well. So that's the collect action. We already talked about crafting. That's where you get the item cards. This is called the assign action. And the assign action allows you to assign a number of goods equal to whatever this number is. And again, it has that icon again to where if I did boom, 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 and then I did this one, I would be able to assign 3 things, but I have to be in the area. So for example, you see these different areas where it has that assign symbol, and then it tells you what I have to assign there. Here I have to assign 2 wood, and it lets me do that and that. Here I have to assign 3 wood, but I'd have to fight him first, and then I could go here and assign 3 wood and do this and this, and so forth and so on. The last thing that you can do is combat, and combat is basically where you're simply going to take the dice that you're going to be that your pointer is indicating right here, and that's what you're going to be rolling in combat. Now, you do have to be in a space where there is an enemy. So if Chris was up here, she would be able to fight this level 1 monster at the runaway miner's spot. And if she defeats him, then she would be able to read entry 15 and gain one of these little symbols of power or article of item of power or whatever it is. So what would that mean? That would mean that I would take one of these cards here and I would flip it over. And then I would roll the dice that I have. So in her case, I would be rolling a green and a yellow. And we would be able to place, wow, that's actually a pretty good hit. I would be able to take one of these and one of these. And I would want to place it on this card. Wow. Why was I having trouble with that? So, but as I'm placing them on here, my goal is to cover up both of these hearts. So for example, I could cover this one up here, and that would actually generate a wood for me. And then I could take this one and place it right down here, and that would cover up the second wound, the second heart on this, which means that I have accomplished this, I have defeated this character. But since I covered up a red, I would actually also take a green wound token and I'd have to place it over here. All right, does that make sense? Hopefully it does, because I'm not going over it again until I have to do it. So if you cover up the spot like this right here, it gives you either an experience, either in your attack, which is up here, or your experience, which is this right here, which basically allows you to get better and better at journeying. But that's how combats work. So we'll shuffle that back in and put that right back over there. And then these can go over here. All right, so let's see here. Action row reminds me of Middle Ages buildings. Yeah, that's not bad. I have to listen carefully, blah, blah, blah. Nice token trays you got there. Yeah, I know, Luke. We got these over here. Thank you for those, buddy. We appreciate you. These are ones that JT got for me, so I appreciate y'all. Eddie says, I pre-ordered this a long time ago from Miniature Market and eagerly waiting. I started reading the comics a year ago. Me and my daughter love them. Amazing comics, truly. Very cool. Thank you for that input, Eddie. I appreciate it. So after I've done 4 actions, and basically what happens on these actions is that when you choose to put them somewhere, you actually turn them over. So if I choose to go somewhere first, I'll actually turn it over like that to denote that I've already gone there. So, you know, that's something that is possible for you to do. Notice that this card here has that same icon as these over here, but because it's the leftmost, it's not ever going to do me any good. So this is just an ability for me to go to be able to go journey, but I'm not going to be able to get any extra stuff from that unless I'm able to upgrade that action, because you are able to upgrade actions at different points. Like right here, if I go to the quarry and if I put 4 stone down here, I'm going to be able to read entry 5. I'll get a rebel token, and I'll be able to replace my attack or combat action card with action card 20, which just by way, whenever you replace or upgrade action cards, this one would come out, and then I still have to place the card in numerical order, which means that this would slide over and my combat card would go here now. So that's another pretty cool, pretty interesting thing that's going on there. So this one, you may gain 1 wound to reroll any combat die. So as long as I'm doing combat after I've done some other things, I have the ability to take small wounds, which are just these little guys right here, in order to reroll a number of dice. So that's how that goes. I believe the scenario has Thorgal being the first person, which is interesting. So we'll see. I don't know if I want to fight that dude just yet because it is a medium monster. So, and these are in order. So weenies, big tough guys. There are also mystical monsters or enemies that we will come out later on, but these are the 4 basic levels of bad guys. So literally amongst the best I've ever read. Highly recommend you get him. Thorgal is from a spacefaring race who crashes on Earth. He's raised by Vikings, all sorts of mythological creatures. He's like Conan, but with sci-fi too. Oh, dude. See, that's what I felt like. I felt like he was a, he was a, you know, a kind of, oh, and Thorgal, just, we have abilities. So Thorgal is able to, before resolving your action, you can flip this card to flip a an action token without moving it. So that is another thing I didn't really go over. In future rounds, let's say that these are the ones that I did this round, right? So they're all now turned over. At the end of the event phase, these would flip back over like this, and I would have to now take this token and do something else first, like so. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you're able to, like I could, if I wanted to move, I could go over here and do this, which means that now this one would have to go over and do something else. But I'm pretty sure you are able to do that from round to round. Okay? But can Thorgal wield the glaive? Is that a Kroll reference, David? All right. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way, as far as what is a good thing to do right now and what is not a good thing to do. I have absolutely no clue. So we're just going to go for it and see what happens. Yes, Kroll, I'm old. That was such a good movie, man. I love that movie. I don't know how it stands up to the test of time, but that was a good one. Let's see here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get going here. Well, I think we are going to have Thorgal, since he goes first, we're going to go here, and we're going to let he is able to place either a blue or a green token on our thingy here. So, again, I'm just kind of kicking the tires here, people. So let's go ahead and take a green, I'm sorry. And we're going to place this right here. That's going to let me draw a card, and it's also going to let me get one of these. But it's also going to make me resolve this twice, so I get 2. And that means I have to put a 3. I could do that. Let's do that. I'm going to put a 3 just like that. So hopefully that'll be okay. But anyway, that goes right there. And because I covered up one of the things in this center column here, that means I flip another card over. And this will go just like that. And now I get to heal a wound. So one of these guys goes back. I'm pretty sure that's what that does. I don't think it's coming off of our... Let me just double check. Discard 1 wound. That's what it actually says. So let me see. Just want to double check. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Bum 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 bum. Discard 1 wound tile of any size from your wound area. Oh, wow, that's even better, actually. All right, so this thing comes off. Sweet. And now I get to flip this over. And a hideout. That, I'm sure, lets me get rid of a token, which I already got rid of, I think. So, yeah, discard. Discard a wound token. So I already put it away because I thought that's what this does. So there we have it. I am back to where I am supposed to be. Huh. All right. So that was that. So now he's done. Now she is going to have to take an action. And she's going to... I think she's going to move here. And she's going to gain a wound. And she has 2, so that means she has to put one of these here. So I'm going to put that right there just like that. And then she also gets to have a... So ignore all of your things. So that's winter coat. During the journey action, I can get +1. Ooh. Before the roll, bark of Yggdrasil. That gives me +1 red die. I am about to go fight something. So, Freya's ring. Activate the critical effect on 3 dice. Wow. Bark of Yggdrasil. I really like Bark of Yggdrasil, so we're going to take it. Item cards are basically one-offs, so that's an important thing to remember as well. I gained a wound. I'm able to move 1, so I'm going to move 1 right up here like that. And then... Oh, I guess I didn't need to move, did I? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We'll go fight her. It instead. All right. So now, Thorgal, I think, is going to... I think he's going to place one right here. And that's going to let him place 2 tokens. So I think what we'll do here is we'll go with 1 and 1 here. And that allows me to get 2 stone. So that's going to come over here like that. And then that says if that is not resolved, gain 1 wound. But I didn't have to place on it, so I don't think I had to resolve. I didn't have to resolve it, so I don't think that goes. That could be a mistake, though. Man, that's a lot of components. You got that right. Eric Bushman, good to see you, buddy. Already cheating. You know me, brother. You know me. Wait a minute, this isn't cooking class. The Diminutive Soldier, this is Eddie. Switched to my gaming review channel account. This game seems more complicated than it appeared initially. Well, I don't know. What time does the dessert doctor come on? Shouldn't you be playing on the Viking themed mat? I should be. Yeah, that's true. Thorgal is semi-Viking for sure. Viking fantasy, maybe some sci-fi. I have not read all the albums, so don't know the mix anymore. Yes, mix a lot more, like when Thorgal visits an Aztec-like civilization in Atlantis. Holy crap. You need to paint the minis. They don't stand out against the Gray Mountains very well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? That did that. Oh, I want to check that again real quick because I'm pretty sure it's only, let's see, action journey. But I guess I would still have to take it. Each time you cover this, you must resolve the the effect indicated on the card placed on the tile. For each that, da-da-da-da. If there are multiple icon effects, resolve it once on each thing. I don't think I have to do that because I didn't place it, and so I didn't have to resolve it, which is one of the things that I think normally has to happen. Is like there are reasons for if you can't resolve whatever this is, then you gain a wound. For example, a character can have 5 of these little wound tokens. So if you resolve an action where you are supposed to take another wound token and you already have 5, you can't, and it means that you have to take another wound. So, for example, if I placed it on here and I wasn't able to do that, then I would have taken a wound. But then this would have said, if I wasn't able to resolve it, you gain another wound, which means I would be placing another tile over here. So I'm pretty sure that's the correct way to go about that, but we'll see. All right, so now what we're going to do for, let's see, we've already done this. We're going to come over here and activate combat because Chris is going to try to take this little wiener dude out right here. What we're going to do is we draw a card. And this is the card, this is the way the card looks like. So if I cover up yellows, I'm going to have to take a wound. If I cover up red, I have to take 2. It's really bad. All right. So what I'm now going to do is I look over here, and it allows me to roll a yellow and a green, just like so. So if you look at the dice, they have, you know, all 3 are white here, all 3 are white there. 2 of the 3 are black and 1 is white, which means that if I can't activate these 2 black areas are critical spaces. So if I can't activate those, I'm just going to be placing one of these little weenie things out there. So, you know, some of these abilities over here, like for example, before the roll, I get an additional die. After the roll, I can activate the critical effect on 1 of the yellow dice. So that's kind of what happens there. The Bark of Yggdrasil gets me an additional red die, which, as you can see, the red dice have much higher numbers of damage on them. And so maybe I would want to use that on that one, but maybe I don't. These are pretty close, and there's only yellow in between them. So hopefully I'll be able to do pretty well here. Let's see. Oh, do I want to use the Whip of Aesir? Nope, I don't. I'm just going to go ahead and roll this. And good thing I didn't, because I didn't need it. So what happens here is I get one of these, and then I also get one of these, and we get to place these on the thing. And this is actually going to not be too bad, because I'm going to place this right here, which does a wound, but it also lets me remove a wound from my board. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to take this and place it right here. And that allows me to, I've covered up both of the hearts, which means I've defeated this guy. I take him off the board, and these also go away. Oops. Wrong. These go away, and then this one would also get put into a discard pile, which I'm just going to put off camera over here. All right, so I've actually done this. So now I get to read entry 15 in the Book of Tales. All righty. So let me just read it here, because I don't want to spoil anything that you guys may or may not have. So I'll switch over here like this. How's that? Yeah. All right, so runaway miners. The guards are young and inexperienced. They quickly drop their swords and flee as they fall into your ambush. The slaves, exhausted and grateful, share stories of the mines and talk about stones extracted in complete darkness. Supposedly, the energy of these stones can crumble even the hardest of rocks. So I get to gain 1 red token. Boom, just like that. And then I can place 1 in Z. So I look over here, and where's the Z? Where's the Z? Over here. Boom. So that goes there. Then I can spend a scroll, if I want to resolve either of the side plots. So I can use the low morale and strike fear among the guards. So I replace all enemies in a C area of your choice with a green one. So I could replace this guy or this guy with a green. Ooh. Ooh. Or I could inquire about the methods of mining lunar stones, and that would gain me 2 purple and a wound as a group, which I don't really want to do right now. So I think what I'll do is I will replace this guard right here with a weenie guard, like so. And that is Runaway Miners. Okay, so I used a scroll to do that subplot of replacing the yellow with a green. And now that we've done all 4 of our actions, we're going to look over here. If there are at least 3 of these symbols and stone combined. Okay, there's no stone and there's only 2 of these. So if there were 3 combined, these and stone, then we would have turned over one of these cards. Otherwise, we're going to turn over this card. So this is what it says. Clouded vision. You can hear your comrades nearby, but cannot find them anywhere. It says. Action phase. You cannot place action tokens below cards with those on them. Ah, dang it. Resolve that. What is that? Next event phase, resolve that. Oh, upgrade 1 bad guy on a B. So I would upgrade this guy to a yellow probably. Oof. All right, so this next action phase, I'm not going to be able to place, like I won't be able to, like if I turn these over, like so, now I'm going to move these, so if I go over here and move, then this one's going to have to go somewhere else, and now I can't do that again because of this phase here. So that's interesting. All right, well, that's what we're doing. See, Sam's playing a 3.2 complexity game. Wow. I knew I saw smoke around his head. Yep. All right. Well, I know David is feeling good because now Eric is here and he can take over some of the mantle of. David was truly, and I mean truly, pulling for you and filling in for you. That's the rule book. It looks like Haynes Auto Manual. No, this is the rule book right here. This is the rule book here. This is just the book of tales that you read different entries out of. All right, so okie dokie. Let's see. Well, she doesn't have very much. This can come off. Does event phase pass the first player marker clockwise? Okay, so first player marker will come over here now. So now Chris is the first player, and she's going to have to choose something to do. So both of these is actually not bad, but I don't want to give her too much stuff to do. And placing things doesn't really do much good right now either. So maybe we want to journey. She can place those. That would be good. She gets her scroll back. I think I'll do that. I'm going to place this over here on journey, and Chris is going to journey. She can place a green token, and as I said earlier, it has to be placed adjacent to your rightmost. So journey token. So we're going to do that. That gives her her scroll back that she used earlier. But it doesn't do anything else, and it doesn't trigger any other bad effects either. So there's that. But that's the only journey we're going to be able to do. Crud nuggets. All right. Well, got to get 3 stone over here. That might be something we could do. So I think we're going to do this. I think Thorgal is going to go to bat here. I think he's going to go fight this dude right here. So he is going to get 2 greens, which isn't as good actually. Should I wait until he has some stuff to do? Actually, I think, yeah, I'm going to. I'm not going to have him go fight yet. I'm going to have him go here, which allows him to get 2. Oh, we forgot to put out a new card. Okay, so I think we're going to get 2 because we have 2 icons here. So we're going to get 1. And then we're also going to do, let's diversify a little bit. And we're going to take Thorgunna's rope, which allows me to place an extra green one. And I can ignore any of those red or yellow effects if that happens. All right, so these 2 can come over here. All right, so that was the craft action that we did. And now I think I'm going to use this, and we'll have Chris do a gather. And Chris, when she gathers, is able to put 2 down because it's 1 plus 1 for this one. So 2 of these guys can be put over here, and I think we're gonna do, what do we need scrolls over here for anything? No, but we do need them over here. We need some wood, that's for sure. So we're going to go with that one right there, a discovery card. And then we're also going to do a wood over here. So we didn't cover up anything bad. So we get a discovery card, which allows her to go up here, which means that whenever she journeys, she's able to put a long 3 in, and that's it. But that's okay. That's cool. And then we also get a wood. So that's going to come over here like that. Alrighty. And now Thorgal is back, and he is going to come over here. And I would be able to take up to 3 wounds to reroll any dice. So that's a pretty cool thing. But I do have the Cosmic Tiara that allows me to reroll all. And that's the only one that's going to help me during this action. So we'll keep that out there just in case. We've got to flip over a cheesy dude. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Wow, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So, all right, so he gets 2 greens. Hopefully this is going to be a good... Now, I could re-roll all by using the Cosmic Tiara. So let's see how it happens. Oh, that's a bad one. That's bad. I don't have anything that allows me to... Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do the Cosmic Tiara, and that will get rid of that card and let me re-roll all. All right, that was better. Am I going to be able to do... Yes, I will. Sweet. Yes. All right, so I get to place this guy, and I get to place this guy, because this is a 2, and this is a 3, right? So we're going to go with that right there, which covers up a heart and lets me either do one of these or one of those. I think we're going to go up here. Just, well, let me see. Nope, not going to do that. I'm going to go up here. This is I'm going to use to upgrade my combat. So that goes there just like this. And then I also have to take a blue wound. So we'll put that over here to remind ourselves. And then this guy is going to get put right here. And that covers up the second. So I defeated this dude. This will get placed here. And then these go away. And this card goes away. And we beat this dude up. So we read number 4. Ooh, it's a prison cell. Here we go. Check this out. You attach ropes to the nearby prison cart and use the horses to pull the cell doors from their hinges. The prisoners waste no time escaping Torkin's slavery. They show you the secret paths they used before their imprisonment. Gain 1 rebel. Bing, bing, bing. Those are the things we have to put here. So I'm 1/9 of the way. You may swap the collection action card with number 8. All right, so then I'm going to, where do those cards go? Oh, here they are. All right, so I can swap this card here with number 8. So I go down here to 8, and this allows me to discard 1 card from the display and refill it. Oh, allows you to discard 1 of these and refill it. But even better than that, though, is it gives me the same things here. The +1 if I have other tokens to the left of it, but the number here goes up by 1. So that's definitely something we're going to do. And because 7, 8, 12 is still the same numerical, this just comes out and goes right back. We will put, I think this was, yeah, I was fighting. That was there. And then we'll just put this back in numerical order so we can keep that all nice and neat. So that can go right there like that. All right. So that was that. We're done with that. And now, on the next event phase, we're going to fire off this ability right here, which says upgrade 1 on a B. So one of these 2 places is going to get an upgrade. So that will come into being a 2. That's kind of nasty. Then that one goes away. And so now we still don't have 3 or more of this and stone. So we're going to draw another one of these and see what happens. Indescribable phenomenon. It's best to be cautious. Don't let it pass by unexamined. Immediately place a fire token in an area 1. Oh, okay. So basically what that does, I imagine, is you produce that along with whatever else is produced, I imagine. Next event phase, if there are any areas with fire with this token and no characters, resolve this. Move the hex 2 spaces to the right. Okay, don't want to do that in any area number 1. Okay. Well, we'll just make sure that that doesn't happen. All right. Are the cards one-time use or can they be refreshed to use again? These cards are one-time uses. So you use them and they go away. Which is probably why they're so easy to get more of them. All right. Let's see here. I need to get another stone. That's for sure. We'll see how that goes. All right, these will flip back over. And there's no restriction now on where we can place action tokens. So that's cool. Oh, dang it, that was round 2, right? So now we're on round 3. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win, people. But hey, let's not be a naysayer. So Thorgal is gonna be numero uno again. Work with the blacksmiths to extract lunar stones. So if I place a number of those down and roll a green die probably that many times. That's interesting. I don't know how the forge works. Oh. Ooh. All right, cool. I have an idea. I am going to use Thorgal's Persistence. Before resolving your action, you may flip this card to flip a token without moving it, and then resolve the corresponding action. So I got to flip this card over, and I get to journey. And I can do a green long one or a 2. I think I'm just going to do a green long one here and do this. Like that. And now since I've placed that, I get to draw another token. Yes! This is awesome! Because I get another stone. And that needs to have 3 stone. Yes! All right, so now I think I know what I'm going to do with Thorgal now. All right, but I got to stay in that area anyway. Okay, cool. All right, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Chris move. She's going to take a wound by doing that. Oh, that sucks. And I think we'll take a 3 and put it right here like that. But she does get one of these out here. Ignore all of that. Each character after resolving an action. Yes, let's do that. So we're going to take that. And then this comes out. But she's going to move back here. And that's that. Now, what's Thorgal going to do? I think Thorgal is going to take from here, and he's going to go here and fight this dude, because he has to fight that before he can try to place that there. So I'm going to draw another card here. Oof. And he gets a green and a red. We don't have anything. Oh, wait a minute. He did the journey, didn't he? Oh, poo-poo. Huh. He did the journey action. think I'm going to use this. He did the journey action first, so he's going to do this. Ignore all things covered by it. Ignore all yellow spaces, so I would still be able to get that, though. And so I'm going to play that. And that allows me to put out another one of these dudes right here. So that gives me another these, which does this and this? I don't know. We'll see. All right. So that was retcon. Now we're back here. No, now we're actually fighting this guy. Because when you're in an area, so he's in this area right here, you have access to both of these places. So he doesn't have to move anywhere. I mean, if you want to, I can just put him over here like this. And he's going to roll some dice and see what happens. Ooh, smacker doodles. That's going to give him a bunch of wounds, though, if I'm not careful. Oh, even better. Okay, so he gets this guy, which is this big freaking monster. And this is going to be allowed to be put right here. So I'm going to get either this or this. When you cover that, you gain an additional wood. Huh, interesting. Yeah, we're going to need wood. Let's do that. Boom. So this is going to come down here like that. And then that is going to be this, which covers both of those. So he's toast. Then these go away. And this goes away. And we read entry 14. Oh, wait a minute. All right, entry 14, Torkin's Temple. Sentries. You create an avalanche that swallows. Oh, man, I'm not doing... Dadgummit, I'm sorry. Overhead. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom, I just realized. But I'm going to read to you now. It's story time, bro. You create an avalanche that swallows the nearby sentry and guards. Searching the rubble, you find a keyring that allows you to free yourself of your shackles. You'll be able to move much faster from now on. On your way out, you stumble upon a hidden passage in the mountains. You may swap the move action card with 3. So that's cool. And then I also gain that level up symbol. So I can level up here or here again. So I'm going to go ahead and level up my fighting ability. So cool. Then, okay, so I can swap the move action with 3. So 1, 2, 3. And so this comes here. You may resolve any action card to the right without its bonus. So this comes out here, but because this is a 30 and that's a 3, this one is going to come, basically that'll stay there. This gets moved over, this gets moved over, this gets moved over, and this gets moved over, and then this gets placed right here, like that. And so 30 is then put back into the thing. But the cool thing is we no longer get wounds for moving around, which is really cool because that was really starting to hurt. And then I'm pretty sure this one stays on here like that. Because we used it to move her, yeah. And we still get to move 1, but we don't get any bonuses. But what it does do is it gives us a bonus. If we have this moved, we gain +1 good matching an icon you cover. So if we cover, for example, if we cover the stone here, I'll get 2 stone instead of just 1. Or if I cover this, I'll be able to, I might have to choose. I'm going to put this back just because I don't think I'll get that. I think you have to choose one or the other. It just seems like it's a lot. That's why I did that. Anyway, now we'll get back down to overhead. Sam, I sent you an email. Thank you again. You are welcome, my man. All right, back to, what did we just, 14? Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't have anything else I can do. Okay, I can spend a scroll. Well, I don't have a scroll. But I would be able to use the passage to cover a greater differences. Immediately move to? Oh my goodness. That would have been very good. Take some time to hide and heal your wounds. Remove one wound. Wow. That would have been cool too. I don't have any... oh well. That's cool. All right. Next. So now... Chris is going to place. So I can place up to 2, but I only need to place 1. So I'm going to place one thing here. It's not called place. What is it called? It's called assign. So I'm assigning a thing of power here. Pasture. Set fire to the pasture and draw away the guards. All right, so now I get to read entry 13. All right. Entry 13 says, pasture. The lunar stone falls from your pouch and almost immediately sets the pasture ablaze. Slaves, story time. Slaves chase the horses fleeing in panic, and the guards suffer heavy burns while trying to extinguish the flames. Other rebels speak highly of your actions. So I can discard one dude from any B. So I've went ahead and did that. Then I also get to gain some fighting ability. So that's cool. I'm rolling 3 greens now. And I can spend 1 scroll to resolve either of the side plots. So I'm going to spend a scroll because that seems like it's pretty cool. I can sabotage the guards' firefighting efforts by sabotaging their buckets. Instead of discarding a yellow, I can discard a... Ooh. Or catch the horses yourselves and use them to your advantage. Place special action card A below the assigned action card. Oh, what is a special action card? What is that? All right. I got to look this stuff up. Special action card, is it this one? Yep. Below what? It says special action card A below the assign action card. In addition to the main action, you may lure. Spend 1 to move 1 weenie or a mythical from a Z to any location without an enemy or that. All right, I think that seems really good, but from a Z, I don't think we have any, from there to any other location. That might be a good thing to do. In addition to the main action, you may resolve lure, spend 1 scroll to move 1 or that from a Z to any location without a thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That just sounds like a cooler opportunity to possibly get some stuff done. Yep. So she spent a scroll to do that, and this is going to be put next to this. So we also are able to do lure. Or if we want to, we can probably just scoot this over a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to be as... I'm going to do this and like that. There we go. That'll work. Cool. Okay. So that goes here like that. So that means I'm done with my actions. And I am going to have to do this. So if there are any areas with that and no characters, we resolve this. But since I'm still in there and there aren't any other areas that have that, oh wait, there is, crap. I didn't see that up there. Duty shoots. All right, so I have to move it 2 spaces to the right. 1, 2. Well, crap-ola. All right. Now, we do have a combination of 1, 2, 3 of those symbols, so we're going to draw one of these. This one says immediately place a lock token, one of these guys, on the action card with the most action chips. So it's a troll. Your careless trotting has awoken the blood-curdling inhabitant of the land. But place a token on the action card with the most action chips. I wonder if we still have to choose one because they're all tied with 1. So, blocked location, border, etc. Let me see here. Blockade 27. Maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, well, ambiguity says if an effect does not indicate the exact target or can be resolved in multiple different ways, players can choose any of these ways. I'm wondering if that will apply here. I'm imagining it probably will. I have to choose a action or an action that has a token on it if they're all tied for the most. I'm going to just err on the side of caution, I guess. I am pretty sure I need to break the tie of my own will. So this guy is going to go if there are at least 2 action chips below cards adjacent to the one marked with a thing, and then remove that. Okay, so we need to use the movement, that's for sure. So which one do we want? I think we'll lock, oh, it has to be one that has an action on it. I don't want it to be that one. Combat, can we not do combat for a little bit? Yeah, I think we can. So we're going to put, we can't do any combat next action. That one's locked. All right, so that is that. And then we're going to flip these all over. First player token comes back to Chris. Chris, work with the blacksmiths to extract lunar stones. All right, we're not worried about that right now. We want to move, though. You may resolve any action card to the right without its bonus. Oh, that's pretty neat, actually. She can place a straight one, so that would give her... interesting. All right. We want to get scrolls here. Okay. Well, I don't want to move her yet, I think. So let's go ahead and do, take this off of here, and we're going to do a this. And we get to discard one of the things from the thing. And then, so we're going to discard this one and refill it. That's cool. And then we're going to, let's see, we get 2 plus 1. So we can do place 4. Whoa. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will go here and get a scroll, because we like those scrolls. And then we're going to go here and get a wood, because we're going to need wood up there. And then we're going to get stone. And then one of these cards. And Sharp Eye allows me to just upgrade my combat ability. Sweet. Awesome sauce. All right, so that is the collect phase. I think I am going to take this and move 1. Should we do that? We already did that. Oh yeah, we did do that. So this has to go here. Boom. So maybe we don't want to have him move yet. We want him to journey. Oh, well, that sucks. That's not that bad. This is going to come over here, though. All right, so journey is going to allow me to place one of these, and we're going to place it just like that, which allows me to get a stone. But because I have this ability here, whenever I cover up, oh no, it doesn't do it that way. That's okay. Lets me get a stone. That's cool. And I get to flip over one of these things. Ooh, I get to get rid of a token. That's awesome. Oh, snap. I need to do that again, too. Okay. Did that have me cover up anything? Nope, it didn't. Okay. So that is, that's Thorgal doing a journey. So now Chris needs to, does she need to move? Yeah, I think she probably does. Yeah. So we're going to take this from here and go there, and that allows her to move 1. We're going to come up here like that. I don't know, she was here. I could go out here, couldn't I? 3 different, what? I don't know what that is. So we're going to come up here. I'm headed up here. I got to go fight this dude. And that was a movement. The movement, I can also resolve any card to the right without its bonus. So I could do 2 placements. I could do a journey, which would mean a 3. That doesn't get me anything, except a lot of hurt. So I think I'll just do this, which is 2 of these. And so we'll go with where are you? It's stone. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to go here and here. So what that does, that allows me to get 1 stone and flip over one of these cards. Oh, I get to read something. Sweet. 101. What is that? So we got to look way back in the back, I imagine. No, maybe it's just... Yeah, here it goes. All right. Unbelievable discovery. You descend into the depths of the dark crater. Its walls seem to have melted. Oh, stupid. I keep going back to the dadgummit. After a long day of work filled... No. Sorry. You descend into the depths of the dark crater. Its walls seem to have melted from the heat, although the inside is cold. At the bottom, you find shards of lunar stone. Did it really fall here from the moon? Gain 1 stone. Magical stone thingy. All right, cool. Sweet. Although interesting to watch him think. Not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Send him a text message, Luke says. He forgot again. I know. Overhead camera. It's funny. Sorry. I mean, it's not funny. I'm sorry, fellas. All right. So that is that. And, all right, so that was this action, but I was doing this instead. Now he's got to go and... oh boy. So he's got to do something other than what he has done. So he's got to get a couple of stones. Well, if I do a journey up here, it's going to cost me... I forgot. After her action, I was going to use this. Odds Scabbard. Each character gets to get rid of a wound token. So we're going to do that. So that one's done. Now, if I do a journey here, it's just going to give me either a 1 or a 2. I'm sorry, a 3 or a 2. So I can either do this, but I'd have to cover up 2, which means I have to lose a scroll, which I don't have. And if I can't do that, I have to take a wound instead. And I would have to take 2 wounds over here. So I don't think I really want to journey. So I don't want to do that. It was on this card, so I can't do that. Well, I guess I could spend one and do that. That would probably be better. So I'm going to spend one of these to flip this back over, and then flip it over so that I can just leave this where it is. And I'll be able to do a move action for 1, which means I'm going to go up here. And then I'm also going to be able to do something else, which means that I think... here's the thing, putting out a lot of these things, it hampers where you can place your journey tokens. So that's one thing to consider. Interesting. This one went away. Oops. And then this one is still in effect right now. And what can I do? I can take one of these things over here. I think I'll do the Hood of Illusion. That gives me, oh, without its bonus. So that's a 0. That's boo-boo. That's without its bonus. In addition to the main action. Oh, I could do that. All right, so I get a 0, but in addition to that, I get to spend 1. Oh, I don't have a freaking scroll. I need to read more, Thorgal. That's what you need to do. So I guess I am just going to place 2 of these things, which I already stated was not good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this as this key to the Outer Realms. Instead of placing that, I'm going to use this. I'm going to place a journey tile, and I'm going to place a 3, and I'm going to ignore all the things that it does. So we're going to do this right here. It's going to ignore the 2 yellows, but I get a scroll like so. But this guy's gone. So the key to the Outer Realms is gone. Being a soloist, I plano box many of my Euros colonists. Yep. Can't get over all those chit trays. Plano box time. Yep, that's true. Okay, so that's the end of that round. So these are going to flip back over. Bing, bing, bing. And now, in the event phase, if there are at least 2 action chips below cards adjacent to the one marked with a lock item, then we would resolve this, but there isn't, but then we also remove this. So that goes away, and this is done. So now we are going to, we have 1, 2, 3. So there are still 3 out here. We will take one of these. And so this is during the action phase. Rock falls. This is a dangerous area. Enter at your own risk. When you move into or resolve an action in an area with a rock symbol, so it's like this here, or this, we're going to gain a wound. And the next event phase, we have to resolve the top thing here. So that's that. All right, this goes back over to Thorgal, and these flip over to that. All right. Gosh, we have to take 2 actions before we can get that move. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. Poses messengers to learn new routes. 3 different. What is that? What is that little diamond symbol? Any good. All right, so we have to use 3 goods, but they have to be different. Ooh, I have that. Wow. All right, so we got to get movements off of here first. What are we going to do first? Let's go ahead and go with, well, actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay to flip this over and then flip it back over to just turn that puppy over. And I'm going to have him move right in here. Oh, dadgummit. I think we're on turn 5 now. Jeez Louise. So that's the movement for him. And then I get to do any action without its bonus. So I'm not going to do that. Not going to do this. Don't have anybody there to fight. So, I think I will, actually. I'm going to place one of these dudes. Kerplink? No. Yes. Kerplink, just like that. And that allows me to get a scroll. Because maybe I'll want to use that later. All right, so that's that. And now that goes to Chris's turn now. And Chris can't move right now because she has to move this first. So let's see, are there some things up there? Yeah. We're going to go ahead and go here. That's going to give her 3 draws, which I think we're going to do Forest Cloak, Hood of Illusion, and Freya's Ring. So I'm going to do those 3. And then 1, 2. Oh, movement +1. That would have been great. Let me check. Whenever we are doing crafting, gain a number of items from the display equal to the craft action value. You may discard 1 card from the display, then refill the display. After all the action chips have been used and flipped to their inactive sides. Okay, so let me see if craft. No, combat, journey, move. Ugh. This is a good rule book. It's just that I'm not familiar enough with it yet. Craft. Choose a number of item cards from the display equal to the craft action value and place them below your character board. If you want, you may choose fewer cards than the craft action value. You may then discard what item from you may discard and refill the display with new cards. If you run out of cards, reshuffle. Okay, so you have to choose from what's there and then they refill. All right. So that was that for her. And now Thorgal, I think, is going to... He's going to do this, and he actually gets to place up to 3 things. 1, 2, 3. So he will do 1, 2, and 3, just like that. So I can pose as messengers to learn the new routes. So I get to read 17. And then I'm going to be able to swap out 5, the movement card. All right, so the clerk glares at you with disgust. The clerk glares at you with disgust. Then orders you to bathe and get dressed. After you're released from your chains, he tosses a stained map your way and orders you to leave. Outside, you study the paths and patrol routes marked on the map. You may swap move action card with number 5. All right, so let's do that first. Oh, that lets us move 2. That 3 goes back in there. Okay, so that's that. Then, if the hex marker is on a space to the left of that, which it isn't, it's on the right, then move it 1 space to the right. Okay, so it isn't. It's not to the left of this, it's to the right, so that doesn't happen. Then, we can spend 1 scroll, which I have, to resolve either of the side plots. Exchange small talk with the other messengers and gain their trust. Discard up to 2 of those. Nope. Organize a series of ambushes along patrol routes. Degrade 1 on AC. Ooh. Yes, indeed. I will do that. So I'm going to discard this to downgrade this to this, which is going to help out her. Sweet action. Okay, so that was Haven. All righty then. Now what we're going to do... Actually, you know, I didn't have to wait to do this. I'm dumb. That's going to go over there. I can move up to 2 if I want to, so I could join him over here, going 1, 2, or I'm just going to move up here and be up there. So that'll be cool. That's the end of the turn. So now we look on the track here. There is only 2, so we draw this one. We resolve this, however, first. If there is an enemy on Z, which there is, move the space, move the thing one space to the right. Yeah, I'm going to lose this. Otherwise, place 1 on Z. All right, well, that's that. I'm going to lose this. So bad. Action phase, fear of the unknown. The darkness surrounds you, and the echoes of every fear you ever had takes hold. Oh boy. Action phase, after each action with a value of at least 3, gain 1 wound. Ouch. And then we're going to do that afterwards. So that's unfortunate. All right, here we go. Flip all these back over. All right, here we go. First things first, let's take care of that dude. So let's go ahead and go with this. Boom. So Chris is going to be the first player again. She's going to attack. That's going to be 2 yellows and a green. We're going to have to draw a green here. All right. Oh dear. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, can I retcon? Nope, that would be too cheesy. Way too cheesy. Yeah, I'm just going to use Freya's ring because I just looked at the time. I have a thing at 4 o'clock that I have to be at, so we've only got about 15 more minutes here, so I'm going to use Freya's ring, and I could activate the critical effect on 3 dice. I only have 1, so I'm going to activate the critical effect on that, which means that I can place that because that, and I can also place that for this, and then I'm also going to be able to place this for that. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to go with that, and that's going to cover up one of the things and get me a scroll. So that's there. And then we will do, just because I want to, I'm going to cover up these 2 like that. And then I'll play Hood of Illusion, which allows me to ignore 2 of those. So I did. And then this third one I'm going to place over here, which is going to cover up that and that. So I will, when you gain a wound, you may pick any wound tile from the indicated size. Okay, so I'm going to just level up my fighting ability here. And that defeats this dude. So he gets taken off. All of these come off as well. Oops. And then this card goes away. And these will come away as well. All right, so Freya's ring got used. And I read 8. All right, so the deepest mine. Learn the secrets of Torqurin's deepest mine. As you enter the mines, you're swallowed up by complete darkness. The miners stop you before you can light a torch and explain that they extract lunar stones in the dark. These stones focus the light around them, and when their energy is released, they can burn through anything. So I gain another power token. So one of these little red thingies. Then I can swap the collection action card with 24. So we look here, and 24 comes out, which means that 8 is going to come away. All right, and 24 means that this is going to slide down, this is going to slide down, and then this gets placed right here. So this is a 2 collection, which I don't know that that was a very much of an upgrade. Oh, well, it took away the ability to discard one of those and refill it. Yeah, that's okay. Still gives us the ability to do 2, and it's in a different order. So, cool beans. All right, so that was that. I can spend a scroll to resolve either of these side plots. I can help the miners and gather a few lunar stones. I can get 1 more of those. Stay a bit longer and ask the most experienced miners to share their knowledge. Each character gains fire. Ooh, now that I will do. So I'm going to use one of these, and 1 person will get this, and 1 person will get that. Sweet action. All right, so that's the deepest mine. So now we're going to, that was combat. So now we can do something else. Well, I'm going to use this. Turn that over. Then I'm going to use this. Oh. Well, that's interesting. I don't have any special abilities here. That sucks. Let's see, we are in round 6, I think, so we can go anywhere we want at this point. Barn. What does that do? I don't understand what that does. Need I? Crud, man. I want to know what the barn does. Well, let me go to the not combat, but a sign. Maybe a sign is there. No. Yeah, I'm just not familiar enough with the book yet, I guess. Dadgummit, I'm sorry, y'all. Like I want an example of this ability here. See, look, this ability right here. I think it's if you place any number of scrolls, incite a group of architects to join the uprising. So, how many of these you place, and you re-roll a green die. You roll a green die, I guess? Let's see, that's on 6. Does it say anything on the back? No, that's other, stupid, I knew that. So this is on the 6. That symbol is not anywhere here that I can see. Reveal a new terrain card, any good, a gossip good, so scrolls are gossip. Ooh. let's see, more just mechanically inclined. I do like games that use foreteller for that. It's the constant storytelling switching that turns me off. Oh, sorry, Eric. My bad. It would probably be more fun if you were like in the room and stuff like that. But yeah, watching it on, I can understand how that might be a little bit strange. I really like it though. I really like story-driven games. But having to stop and read stuff is also probably not riveting either. So I do apologize. But I just want to try to work some of this stuff out. I just wish that it was like that particular thing was a little bit, I don't understand what this icon means. So if I assign any number of scrolls and then I have to roll a green die, do I have to roll a green die for every scroll that I put out there? Or I mean, because the other thing is, there was another one over here as well that I didn't do, because it's like work with the blacksmiths to extract lunar stones. So, is how many of these I put out there? I have to re-roll that many dice and then take that many wounds, and then I also lose experience. But I get that. I don't understand what it's supposed to do. No, Sam, it's fine. It's just me. Knows you're bored. I am not bored. I'm loving this game. I truly am. But there's just a couple of things that are frustrating me right now, and that is not knowing what this, what these symbols mean, and I can't find their explanations in the rule book. That's my frustrating part right now. That's the only thing that's really got me. I'm really enjoying every one of these mechanisms, and I'm enjoying the story-driven aspect of it as well. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to do these things so that I can, you know, get to those story reading part. But I just don't, even in the rules and details section, it's like it just doesn't have anything there. So, yeah, I'm just not sure how it's supposed to work, which kind of sucks. But you know, I mean, I'll just have to do a little bit of a deeper dive and try to figure some of this stuff out, but I just can't do it right now. But I apologize because I'm really enjoying myself here, but I need to, I just wish they had like a bubble or something like that says, hey, this is what that means. And I'm like, it's not there, dude. I mean, I'm like looking at all of the different examples, and they have a lot of examples in the rule book. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff. It's just this one little thing. I can't see it. So maybe is it like the special rules? Special good. It says luring the guards. Yeah. The distrust risky effect. Is there another one? No. Entries start there. Maybe if I look at the barn, 18. I'm just going to read ahead a little bit. No, it doesn't really give anything. It doesn't really give any effect on what that die is. Luring the guards, no. Oh. Okay, if any player resolves an action on A. Okay, I found it. It's working. You may immediately resolve the effect or wait and leave the assigned goods on the location. If you decide to resolve the effect, roll the indicated die if there are at least as many assigned goods at this location as shown on the die result. the effect is successful. You resolve the win effect. Otherwise, discard all assigned goods there and resolve the lose effect. So if I put down, and the thing is 3. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what this is talking about. Let me show you, get you back down. I want to show it. I found it. I found it. Okay, so it has to do with this right here. The distrust effect is what this is here. So what I would do here is I would place a number of scrolls at this assign location, and then I would roll a green die. So I have one thing that's here. You don't count the criticals, but if I place at least one scroll here and I roll the die and that's what came up, then I will have one. I do this. If I lose, I do that. Got it. Understood. I'm an idiot for not reading as far as I should have. Okay, now I know what I want to do, kind of. So I'm going to finish this round and then we're going to be done because I got to get to my meeting with Jess and an agent. We see bubbles above by usually laughing. Wow, 6 hours later. Thanks, Eric. You are encouraging. I'm just saying. All right, so here we go. I went up there and did that. Okay, so I think I was doing a move with her. That's what I was doing. So I think I'm going to go 1 and 2 like that. So that's what the move action was for her. No. I just did combat with her. Then I'm going to do move with him. I don't have any scrolls with him though. I don't want to do that. That seemed like it's dumb. I'm going to come up here. Bing. And I am going to be that. So now go back to Chris's turn. Chris, I believe, is now also going to move, and she can go 2, so she's going to go 1, 2 like that. And then I'm going to flip over Thorgal's perspective and just have him flip this over. And he is going to, oh no, not Thorgal, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong pool. He is going to come over here and fight. So we're going to take this dude and try to fight him. So we're going to flip over a yellow. So that's going to, oh, daggum. All right, but he's got 2 greens and a yellow. We'll see how this goes. This might be bad. I don't have anything else I can do. I don't have any item cards or anything like that. So here goes nothing. Oh, that's very bad. Super bad. Yeah. So, okay, so what happens here, because I can't affect, if I was able to fire off either of these criticals, that would be super awesome, but I can't because I don't have anything that allows me to do that. So, oh well, so I'm going to be able to place this and then 2 of these, which is really kind of, oh wait, oh no, I was so close, so stinking close. So I would be able to do this, and then I could cover up this and that. But here's the thing, I'm going to take a wound. So I take one of these guys, and then that means I have to take one of these. We'll go ahead and put it right there. Oh no, it has to touch. So I want to put that. And this goes away. And this card goes away, but that dude stays there. So that's kind of a bummer. That sucked. So, wah, 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 wah. All right, so these turn over. These turn over. Event phase, I have to resolve this. So I upgrade 1 on a B. So we'll upgrade that green to a yellow. Just like that. And then we'll still be drawing one of these cards. Immediately place a lock token between the 3rd and 4th card in the action row. Oh, snap. 1, 2, 3. So right there, which probably locks both of those actions down. Action phase, you may not move action chips over. Ding. All right, so these two can only go to these actions, and these two can only go to these actions. I can't move. Oh, that's actually pretty cool, honestly. But that's going to come over here. Discard that from the action row and then resolve this, moving that 2 to the right. All right, so bing. I wouldn't have much to do left anyway, so actually I'm going to lose pretty quick anyway. Let's go ahead and do another round. I've got 5 minutes before I really need to leave. So these flip over, those flip over, and Thorgal goes first. All right, so Thorgal is... Okay, he's going to come here and do that, which allows him to... Hey, babe.
Should I just meet you at the house?
Yep, I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm almost done with this stream.
No stress. I love you.
Love you too. Bye. All right, so he's going to draw some items that hopefully... there's nothing there that can be used. Oh, wait, that can be used for anything. After resolving an action, ignore all those, and then gain 1 of those. That's not bad. So I'm going to be able to get one card. Any character heals 2. +1 movement during the journey action. All right, we're going to do Okutai's Crown. That will allow me to have some effect, I guess. For that, but then this goes away. Oh, you know what? Well, yeah, that's too much. All right, so that's Thorgal's turn. Now we go to Chris's action. Chris is going to, can't move this over, so I have to use one of these two, or I just have to do one of these journey actions here. Let's do... Oh, but that means no movement at all. Snapdragon. Is she somewhere where she can do that? Yeah, she is. Okay, so I'm going to come here, boom, and do this. And it's going to allow me to place 2 things down. So I'll take 2 stone and place it here. And then I roll a yellow die. And it only has 1, so I win. All right, so both of these stay here, and I win. So I read 9. Which is the forge. Work with the blacksmiths to extract lunar stones. So, yeah, 9. From the ore you've gathered, bink. From the ore you've gathered, the blacksmith smelt strange-looking stones. After a few prayers, the stones begin to pulsate with energy, and the smiths instruct you to keep them in the dark. You leave before the black smoke from the chimney attracts the guards' attention. So I get to gain another one of these. So I've got a lot of those. I need to find out where I can go use them. Ooh, up there. Dang. You can replace 1 enemy in a B with 2. Oh. All right, so I'm going to replace... I have no idea what this is, man. Come on. Hello? Hello? Don't know what that was. So I'm going to replace this guy right here with 2 weenies. You got demoted. So that goes like that. Then I can spend, this is Chris, so I can spend this. Come back later and learn more about the smelting process, gain 1 and 1, or they offer you one of the strange tools, gain 1 item from the display, then discard all items in the display and refill it. We're going to go with Gandalf's Royal Ale. Then discard the entire display and refill it. So that would mean that these come away, and we would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back out. All right, these come over here, and that is her placement phase. So now, what's Thorgal going to do? Thorgal's probably going to come over here and do a journey, and he'll place one of these things right here, which is going to make him take 2 wounds. 1, 2. And since I covered up a stone, I get a stone, but I also get a wood because of where his experience is up here. And I already did that, so I can place out another one of these. So I get another level up here. Let's go ahead and go with fighting, because I need to fight that dude here in a little bit. And then Chris can't fight anything, but, oh, and I can't move past here. Dadgummit. We'll go ahead and place this here, and that gives her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would imagine that these probably come off. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. So that's a stone. Actually, where am I? Over there. Okay, so one of these, which is I get a card. So I'll probably just top deck it. And then, what was that, a stone? Yep, a stone. And then we'll do, well, that was already filled. I don't want to do that again. I'll do this. I imagine we don't have to do all 5. I'm just going to do 3. I'm not going to cover up anything else. And that gives me another wood. Not going to do anything else with that. And we're all done there. So now discard this from the action row and resolve that. Move this 2 spaces to the right. 1, 2. So cruddy-duddly. And then we do have 3 available, so we're going to be drawing from, we're going to be drawing from this one. And that's going to click over. Immediately discard 3 as a group for each. You cannot discard any wound. All right, so we have to discard 3 as a group. So 1, 2, 3. Crud. That sucks. The gap. A giant crevasse appears to swallow you up into the earth. Well, that stinks. All right, well, unfortunately, I cannot finish. That was almost we were probably going to lose. There's no way I don't think I was going to do this, or there's no way I was going to get back that over there. I mean, I could have. I did have a lot of these things over here. I could have gone over there, which could have 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, and she was headed that direction next turn. I mean, this round I was going to do that, but I can't. I have to go. I have to go, and that's unfortunate because I wanted to finish. But you get the idea of how the game plays. I have to say I really enjoy this. I'm going to have to play it with some other people to see what they think, but I really enjoyed this. I think I did most of the things correctly, but this is really fun. I'm going to need to play it some more. This is just my first reaction, but I really enjoyed myself. How close to the end? I know. Absolutely. I think Jessie is going to be mad at him for being late. I'm not going to, no, she's not going to be mad. I'm not going to be late because I'm leaving right now. And it's about a 15-minute drive away. So I'm still good to go, but I do need to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We have been playing Thorgal, the board game from Portal Games. A lot going on. There's a lot of pieces in the game, but this is one that I'm pretty excited about. I pretty much enjoyed it. There wasn't anything that I didn't enjoy, especially after I found the things that I was, you know, kind of questioning. So in the rule book, I did find it, but I just had to, I didn't know where to look. I found it. It's there. So that's a good thing. I enjoy that. So we were very close to the end. We only had one more round to go. Well, two, the 8th and then the 9th round. I was very close to losing on the actual board. Let me go back here real quick. I was very close to losing here, but I hadn't lost yet. I did have Chris that was going to be able to move here, fight these guys, and then I might have been able to get both of these guys over here, and because I could have just gone 1 over and then 1, 2 over like that. But knock these guys out, then I would have been able to take an action here. She would have been able to place no less than 3 of this, and that would have been able to move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then he could have placed 1 of these and had this, and that would have been able to move it 1. So, you know, I was very close to losing. I was also closer than I thought I was to winning. I just don't know what I'm doing. So I'm, you know, kind of kicking the tires and lighting the fire. So anyway, very close. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to be playing Perch with me, JT, and Jesse. And so that'll be a fun thing to watch. And then we're also going to be back Saturday morning as well for a live Q&A. So we'll see you guys and gals. We'll also have a top 5 for you tomorrow morning as well. So be on the lookout for that. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.